Hello everyone, Sir Qwon. Do another one of these fight video review things we did. So this videos or sections of fights were from the 2022 Stronghold Camp down in Virginia. We're gonna watch these and see what we can learn from them. Alright, let's back it up. Alright, so we got form first. Let's get Ian here. It's okay. His shield's nice and high, so his shoulders are nicely protected. The one thing that his opponent was really good at all week at camp was just the straight chops. It's just straight down. If he saw a gap, so he was a really good team fighter because he would be in your team. If he'd see that moment, he just top your shoulder. That was his strength, was seeing those and hitting them very quickly. So he has them covered really nicely. He's a little too sideways for my liking. He opens himself to a lot of dark sides types and shots that'll end up hitting him in the back. So hopefully he kind of squares himself out a little bit more. Colin here is looking pretty good. I'd love for his sword to be up a little bit more, controlling that shoulder, but his shield is nice. You can tell it's right there, lined up with his chin, so his shoulders are protected. He's got a nice straight back, just feet a little bit apart. So I like Colin's form a whole lot better. We'll see what happens. Yeah, he's staying sideways. Ooh, that was nice. It's good. It's good. So, see that again. Yeah, I like how we did with the leg there. He didn't bend over or anything. He just kind of moved himself forward, kept his shield up, and just sliced for the leg without losing his form at all, which was really nice. And this is when, yeah, he just out-rotated Colin. Because you could see Colin was trying to move, but when he was moving, he was kind of moving his arm and then shifting with his shield instead of keeping his shield up here. So we just got to the point where, alright, I'm now at an angle where I've created an opening that I can hit that shoulder to get that win. So that was very nicely done. Because to win sword and shield, you're winning it with your feet more than you are with your sword. If you can create the angles to get the openings you want, it's good. Ooh, straighten you back there, Colin. It's kind of bent over there. You don't want to bend over. Here you go. Raise that shield. Both of their shields are a little low. Alright, one thing Ian's doing that isn't a good thing is he's moving his shield whenever he swings. You see when he swings, suddenly his shield goes way up here instead of just fighting around the shield. So if you can't fight around your shield, good chances your shield's just too big for him. Like that shield's probably a couple inches too large for him for how he's having to fight with it. But if he went back to his old, even his old stance, which wasn't the greatest, he didn't need to move his shield to get the swings on Colin before. So if he just kind of gets his form up, we'll be good to go. Take the stab. Ooh. Gotta play a little further back, Colin. So what Colin needs to do, what needed to do, was the same thing that Ian did when he was on his legs. When you're fighting a legged opponent, you want to circle them to try to get that area where you can hit him in the back of the shoulder. But instead he was just kind of there square on, still trying to keep the fight square, which forced him to have to bend over to block things, which then opens up his back for over the top. Like the moment I see someone bending over like this, I'm throwing my sword up, wrapping it over the top, because that is the easiest and safest shot to do versus the leg, because I don't really want to put him on his leg, because now he's more of a turtle. I'd rather try to hit that shoulder or that arm, force him to straighten up. Then when he does straighten up, he's done bending over, that's when I can then go underneath and try to get a hip just to kill him. Because legged on legged opponent is more of just who has the most tricks in your bag, who can out turtle the other. It's not exactly the most fun. Yeah, that was pretty good. Let's see what we got next. Ooh. Okay. An Asher. Look at that. Oh, wow, we already got something. Let's see that again. Asher's shield is way too big for him, but it's okay. So, for him, he's got his back bent. He shouldn't bend his back at all. Just keep your back straight when you're fighting. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, but don't bend your back, because that leaves the kill spots open for target. You'd rather have your knees open for target, which don't kill you, versus your back. Asher's shield is nice. You can see it's nicely over the shoulder. He's got that sword up, ready to attack, and also to block. This side, he still has the same problem of being too sideways, much like Ian. Could maybe raise his sword up just a little bit more, but it's not too bad because he's a lot shorter, so it's not a terrible place to keep it. But straighten up your back. Ooh. Keep that back straight. You don't want to bend over. Look at that. You just see that again. That was pretty. Yep, and just block and attack at the same time. There's no reason to block and then attack. If you can do multiple things at once, that's how you can get your opponent. That was some good. Just slowly walk forward. Played that really nicely. He didn't try to force anything. He kept his guard up. It was nice and pretty. Ooh. Just rush for the leg. And you gotta watch those flats. Bend it over. But Asher went for that shoulder that time. It was good. Ooh. There we go. Kind of match leg shots. Asher had the bigger shield to block it. And another leg. Yeah. So Asher played that very well. He never lost his guard. He wasn't moving his shield out of the way to swing. He just kind of swinging around his shield. See what he can get while keeping that shield nicely in front of him. I would not, as the taller person, gone for Asher's leg. Because, see, like, how far down do you have to bend here? Start that one again. Like, where are we? Yeah, like, he is so far bent over trying to force a leg shot versus the shoulders are up here. Like, here, like, his shield is dropped. You need to start swinging for the shoulder. If you're tall, swing for what you can get up high. If you're short, get what you can get down low. So he was shooting for a target that wasn't his to go for. So he was trying to force the fight. And you should never force a fight. You should kind of let it happen organically and naturally. And that's how you win. You just kind of work on your strengths and do what you can do well. And what'll be the most advantageous for you to win versus forcing something that isn't even there. And throughout the fight, he kept dropping his shield really quickly. And his shield is not that far. Like, it's right there at his ankles. It's not that far. From his knee. It's not far for him to get it down to the ground to block and shoot over and over again. So at that point then it's not even worth it to get his. You can maybe fake down there to try to get something up top. But then like you would sort of drop down, not move your shield, but move your shoulder, your gear down. So he thinks the moment he drops his shield, then you stand up and snap it in. But you wouldn't swing down and move it in. You just kind of move your body down as if you're going to do it. And then when he drops it, you punish him and you hit him up top. Good job, though. Ooh. April kiss ya. Shield's upside down, kiss ya. Alright, see these forms. Alright. Alright, his shield's here. A little lower. Sword is nice. April's shield is also low, but her sword is kind of down there. You kind of want to have your sword up here to block this shoulder, especially with the round shield. You don't want to have to do this, because this opens up right here, and the real easy fake is just that looped up top, where you kind of go out for that sword side. They raise it, and you just kind of plop it down. You want to avoid easy stuff like that. So using your sword to be your block is very nice. I like the footwork. I like them moving around, trying to get the angles needed. April's controlling the center of the ring very nicely, because when you have boundaries like this, where out of bounds is in play to kill someone, you'd want to be in control of the center. You don't want to be forced to be on the edge of the field and not be able to back up when you need to. Raise that shield, April. Sword should not be pointing the ground either. Just a nice cut. If you can see, I didn't move her shield. Because when she's fighting, she's moving her shield as she walks and tries to do things like this, and this doesn't work. You want to keep everything tight and smooth. Your arm would have been safe, and she wouldn't have got that cut. But I like that they're both moving their feet. April's matching her footwork very nicely. Keeping her in front of her, not letting her get any weird angles. Ooh, and just a nice chop to the leg there. It's a hard one to block because it's that awkward where your hand doesn't really go down enough to block it with your sword, and then you have to spend all that time going like this, so it's that perfect sort of make them think area to chop for. So I always stab for people's hands when I have a spear and they're using a red weapon. I'll stab right for their hands, because normally they'll move it one way or the other, but that still moves it away from wherever they're going, because they feel they must block and do something, so they'll make a decision if it's left or right, and then I'll get the gut. Tighten up that form. Neither of them are making things happen. More in and out. That's what they both need. There you go. Someone needs to step forward, sort of try something, not force something. If you know you're not going to hit it, don't swing for it. But if you can get your opponent to flinch, that's what you need to do. So both of them need to do this. They need just little flurries, little flourishes here and there to try to get your opponent to do something different. Because currently their opponents weren't doing anything. They're both just kind of standing there and chopping and watching each other get hit. But if you're moving in and out, you're kind of shaking your sword a little bit, a little twirl here to see what they do. Then you can learn what your opponent's ticks are and can punish them for it. So yeah, both of them, tighten up your guard, lift up your shield, get that sword up there, April. And then just move a little quicker with your feet. The foot matching was nice. You kept Ketsuya away. But like Ketsuya, when you're moving in, just kind of go in, pretend to do something up top, and then hit down low, or pretend down low and hit up top. Just to force your opponent to think. So more feints. More playing with your opponent. Getting them to make a mistake. Alright, let's see what we got. Ooh, Jeremiah and Levi. Ooh, good chop. Cover on there, That's a fast one. Let's see. Is it a short one? Yep. I think he lost the wrong arm. Did he lose the wrong arm? Let's see. Ooh. He chopped the wrong arm. Oh well. Gotta block those though, Jeremiah. That was a nice chop though. Besides, he took the wrong arm. Let's see that chop. Ooh, that was nice. So he swung out. Levi went for that elbow, straight down, moved the elbow out of the way, sliced it in. Very nice. Just baiting the elbow shot and hitting his arm. It was good. Alright. Asher versus Lisa. This was a good one. Ooh. Alright. This is... Let's see what I got. Alright, ready? Alright. Alright, there you go. Shields up nice. Swords up ready for action. Both of them are good in that respects. Let's see what happens here. They both have pretty good form. Ooh, now he's dropping. He's looking for the legs, so his guard drops. Don't let your guard drop. Move your eyes to look for it, to move your gear. Alright. Okay. This is... Let's slow it down. Let's see what I see. Just happening quickly. Both matching the feet. It's good. Alright. Good. Keep that shield up. Ooh. Yeah. That's just a large shield to have to get around for him. If he kept his shield more tight to his body, he probably would have survived a lot longer. Ooh, right there. She should have died. Oh, she should have been dead. Alright, or at least close to death. Alright, Lisa. Alright. Here we go. Let's see. So right right there. That is when, if he didn't have his sword tucked in, he kept it up here nicely, and kind of when he blocked, because he kind of half blocked it with the sword. The way she's open, that is a over top slot shot, just straight in, that he could have had. Speed up just a little bit. Yeah, right there. She's punching it out to get his, to try to, but she's not actually trapping the arm. So what Lisa's trying to do is go in there, trap his sword arm, so he can't do anything, and use that big shield to her advantage, to where now his arm is stuck. Because his arm wasn't stuck though, she left it open again. Another slot, or even just a quick little loop shot to hit that hip. If you don't have that arm, don't continue doing what you're doing there. Just, oops, I missed the arm. Cover yourself back in, and you can still keep the pressure. But right there, shoot, he could have even used the end of his shield to punch it in, move her shield out of the way. Now his shield is in front of him, blocking him, and he just moved her shield out of the way, forcing her to have to pull it back. So a little shield manipulation. Asher would have won this one if he just knew how to shield manipulate. But he's still really young. He was the youngest kid at camp. And he fought extremely well all week, so he'll get there. There, now to safely shield hook. Oh, don't go back and forth. You're not going to get anything. Opponent's lady, you got to circle them. Keep them moving. That's a big shield for you to have to get. Yeah, so that sounds right. You need combos. Combos, fakes. He's got such a big shield too, he could just run in there and do what Lisa did to him. Throw a wrap shot over top of the shoulder there. Oof. Just chop that shoulder. That was a good patience on Lisa. That's really all you can do when you're late, is just be patient, wait for them to make a mistake, and capitalize on it as quickly as possible. There isn't a lot you can make happen, especially when the opponent is as tall as you are. When you're on your knees, it's much difficult to make an opponent, to make the mistakes. Alright, last one. What do we have here? Maybe. There you go, Lisa and Charlie. So this was the final round. Charlie, the great lefty. Alright. Let's see these four. Oh. Alright. We'll get past this. There we go. Alright. Lisa's good. Shoulders up. Sword up, ready for action. Charlie's sword is up, ready for action. His shield is nice. You can see it's nice up the chin. Has it angled, which, I'm not a big fan of, because the more you flatten it out, the less down low it's going to cover. So you want to keep that thing as flat as a board, less as a table. He has trouble with his shield though. It's not the best of designs. Like the things that would cover your shoulders, they aren't rounded up, but they're sliced out, so he has even less protection for his shoulders. So he has to hold it even higher. It's good. Gear malfunction. It's a nice block. Charlie blocked it with his sword, not with his shield. In case she did any sort of weird fake, his shield is there to protect it. It's nice, just move faster than she can. Alright. Yeah, his handle's coming out of his shield, so we gave him an opportunity to trade out so he wouldn't have that issue and make that why he lost the fight. There we go. That's fine, you just gotta now when are you gonna cut? Oh, he did it. See, right? So we just stopped. So that was great. His constant looping was really good. Getting her to move. But then we had to stop him to stop and really cut hard left to get that shot instead of just stopping. Because she's matching him when he spins, so he has to do even more to make it happen. What happened there? shoulder. No, it was shoulder. That was right there on the shoulder. Down the shield. Hit the shoulder. Good job, Lisa. Yeah. Yeah, that was really good. Good job, Charlie. Moving. Just make sure when you're circling, that's fine. It's just your cut back at it. Stop and then go the other direction as quickly as you can and throw that shot. And then you're left-handed. I would even then go spin clockwise around your opponent, and then when you cut over now, because your sword's already here, no, left hand, spin counterclockwise, because then when you cut, your sword's there and you can hit in, especially since now her weak side is her sword side, which is where your sword naturally wants to swing anyway. So you spin that counterclockwise spin and then cut over, lean over, really step over there, force it, and just go in there and slice for that arm. And then just make sure your shield, because when you go, you don't want to go in mindlessly. So you want to go in, kind of punching your shield a little bit to protect you. And so it's already there to meet her shield, her sword, if she decides just to counter strike you, versus attempt to do some weird sort of block. But that was good. Those were good fights. So until next time.